Welcome back, my friends. I'm Gene Delasala, president of Audioholics, and today we have
Hugo Rivera, vice president of marketing, and welcome to the show that never ends.
It is truly the show that never ends, my friend.
Once again, we have a nice piece of equipment over here. What can you tell us about this?
Well, guys and girls out there, this is the JL Audio e112 E-Sub. And it's a brand new line of subwoofers from JL Audio. They have two subwoofers in the E-Sub line. It's the e110 and the e112. And Hugo, of course, we're going to have the e112 model.
The jacked up one.
The jacked up one, because it has the 12-inch driver, the bigger amp, the bigger enclosure, and it just gives you more output as a result.
Yeah, I mean, this looks really, really impressive, Gene. What can you tell us about it,
It's a very interesting design, actually. First of all, the cabinet is constructed of 3/4 inch MDF. Beautiful finish. The regular E-Sub in black ash comes in $1,900 for the E112. This is the gloss black finish.
Yes.
It's only a $200 premium, and in my opinion, it's really worth it. It's a beautiful looking finish on it. I mean, it's very smooth. You get a lot of these lacquered finishes. You see orange peel on them. You don't see that on this sub. This is an impeccably finished product.
This looks really high end when you look at it. I mean, you take it out of the box and you see all this gloss. You're like, whoa.
Yes,
that's impressive.
Absolutely.
And by the way, when you take it out of the box, I have to say this is a pretty heavy piece of equipment over here. I mean, this is like 75 pounds or something.
Oh yeah, you get your workout just carrying this guy around.
For sure, absolutely. I did notice the front baffle is not MDF.
You're a very keen observer, my friend.
Well, thank you.
That's why you're in this business with me. Yes, absolutely. The front baffle of the E-Sub, both of the E-Subs, is made out of steel. And it's interesting because this is the only sub that we've ever seen that the actual driver and the baffle are one and the same. So the driver is molded into the baffle. And I asked JL, I sent them an email, I never really got a reply from them. The only reason why I could think they did this is because this driver inside of this box is so heavy.
Yeah.
And they wanted such good rigidity that they made the baffle the steel. They made it fixed into the subwoofer. The woofer driver itself is also braced, and it's mechanically coupled into the cabinet. So I mean, this thing is not moving. And we did our subwoofer tests on this. We have a full battery of measurements, and we did rattle tests. There's no noise that comes out of this thing. It's well behaved all the way to the extreme output that it's capable of delivering.
Gene, this looks extremely powerful. What can you tell us about the Bassaholic rating? Because this to me looks like a large rating.
This is good eye again, Hugo. In fact, this is the only single 12-inch sealed subwoofer that we've ever tested in Audioholics history that has received our large Bassaholic room size rating. And there's many reasons for that. Number one is they don't skimp on the driver. They don't skimp on the power amp. I think we should start out with the driver. This driver is really jacked, man. This driver has a 4-layer voice coil, 2 inches in diameter. It's got 2 spiders on it, okay? And you're probably saying, why the heck does it have 2 spiders? I've really never seen too many subwoofers with 2 spiders. The reason why is this thing's got a 3-inch peak-to-peak excursion capability. That means it'll travel 3 inches total from front to back. And in order to reduce what's called bobbin rocking, sounds like a pretty cool dance term or something, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, in order to reduce the bobbin rocking and also linearize the response of the throw of the driver, they've employed 2 spiders on it. And let me tell you, man, this thing, it's like watching it pumping in and out is like a pure art form. It's just really beautiful. Really beautiful.
It really is, and people are going to see this in action over here in the next minute or so, but for sure, it's like that thing just goes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
wow.
I mean, having a large driver like that, you're going to need a really hulking power amp to push it. And this has a 1500 watt. They don't tell you that it's continuous rating. It says short-term RMS. So we know it's a powerful amp. It received our large Bassaholic room size rating. It's a switching amp. It's very efficient. And, it's space efficient. The heat sink's on the back. All the controls are on the top. It's got a variable phase control. It's got your crossover. And the interesting thing about the crossover is they didn't just throw a cheap analog filter on this thing. They actually put some thought. They put an active filter in here, Linkwitz-Riley, which is perfect phase coherent. So if you're using the line level inputs and outputs and plugging this into a small pair of satellite speakers, you're going to get very good blend between the subwoofer itself and your satellite speakers. And that's, a lot of subwoofer companies kind of skimp on that. They didn't do that here, and they did a really good execution with that.
It looks like a really complete subwoofer. Is there anything that you will have recommended that they improve upon?
Yeah, you know, quite frankly, there's two subs in this market that, in my opinion, are the class leaders in sealed, affordable subs. This is one of them, the e112, e110, great products. The other one is the SVS SP13 Ultra. And for about $400 or $500 less, you get a sub from SVS that's very similar output to this, but it has balanced connections and it's got an EQ built into it. So I'm a little bit disappointed that the JL Audio doesn't have that. But you also have to realize this is a sub that's sold through brick and mortar means, not through internet direct.
Right.
So the profit margins are a little different.
Of course.
But the bottom line is there's no other subs in the market in this size, in a sealed enclosure that could produce this level of output. That's how good these subs are.
Yeah, I mean.
In fact, we used to have the Fathom F110s from JL Audio in here in our family room system in the Audioholics showcase. Those were great subs too. A little bit more money than this, but they had a little bit better build quality, just really, you know, to the nth degree. But these guys, the redesign of these drivers, in my opinion, is light years beyond what was in the Fathoms. Okay, these things are flat to 120 hertz, which makes it very good to blend with a satellite speaker. They're more efficient. I mean, we did an in-room response measurement, putting two of these subs in place of our F110s. We have like 10 dB more output below 30 hertz. And my wife will tell you, man, when we put on a movie in here, you know, her head starts rattling, the walls start rattling. It's just a loving experience you could share with your whole family.
As a matter of fact, with a little bit of the testing you were running earlier today, I thought that the whole house would crumble, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this stuff is powerful.
This is the kind of sub that, you know, if you're really into bass, but not just power, it's not all about the output, it's about the quality. These things are tight. In our measurements that Josh ran the full battery of tests on, Josh Rickey, the group delay is really low on them. There's no overhang. They don't sound like a tub. You know, a lot of sealed subs that are high excursion, small enclosure, they sound like a one-note wonder.
Yeah.
Not the case here, man. These subwoofers are articulate, they're clean, and they're beautiful to look at.
Yeah, and they're not a boombox, obviously.
And most importantly, just to plug the USA, these guys are fully built, designed, and engineered in our backyard here.
Yeah.
You know, Miramar, Florida. So,
awesome.
I mean, how could you beat that?
No, you can't. It's like American muscle right here.
That's exactly what exemplifies this product.
This is good. This is good. Large Audioholics Bassaholic rating.
Yes.
Top of the line. Awesome. Anything else you would like to add about this?
I think we covered all the bases. I would suggest that you read our formal written review. We have a battery of measurements, listening tests, you name it, it's all covered. Anything you want to know about this product, you're going to find it on Audioholics.
And you know what, on that note, Gene, I think it's important to tell our listeners to also visit audioholics.com for more very thorough reviews like this one, myth-busting articles too. And in addition, you can sign up to our weekly newsletter, which we send out at least once a week. And you also get our top 2014 AV guide, which Gene will elaborate on right now.
Thanks, Hugo. Yeah, basically once a year we come up with a list of products that we recommend based on what we reviewed, what we tested, and it goes on performance, goes on value. So if you're looking for a new receiver, you're looking for a Blu-ray player, a subwoofer, we give you a very concise printable format of a guide to print out and just take it with you on the go and do your shopping.
Absolutely. So on that note, also, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up below. Also share it with your friends and comment below. Let us know what you think and what other type of videos you'd like to go ahead and see from us. And until next time, keep listening.